Michelle Obama is in the news for she did not. So former President Jimmy Carter passed away. Excuse me, a few weeks ago, and President Trump and President Obama could be seen kind of kicking it. You know what I mean? Shooting the shit. You feel me? And Michelle Obama wasn't there. And so I want to get into this reaction. Shout out to Anton Daniels, my guy, my dude. You know what I mean?
Confirming to CNN tonight that she will skip Donald Trump's inauguration next Monday, without explaining why she's going to be absent at an event that is traditionally attended by both former presidents and their spouses. Notable exception from last year.
She made an announcement that she would not attend the inauguration of the president. You know that shit is actually unheard of for former presidents like wives to. It's one thing if Barack wasn't going, but for you to just say, I'm not going.
This means the former First Lady will not come face to face with the president-elect. This also comes after she missed Jimmy Carter's state funeral here in Washington last week, where, as you can tell by the seating chart that you're looking at here, had she gone, she would have been sitting next to Trump himself. Former President Obama will attend the inauguration, we are told, and our sources are saying tonight that also so will three of the richest men in the world: Tesla CEO Elon Musk, Amazon founder Jeff Bezos, and Meta CEO Mark Zuckerberg will all have prime seating for that ceremony, sitting near Trump's cabinet picks and administration officials.
I'd rather be sitting next to $1 trillion almost than Michelle Obama, but that's just me.
I want to bring in my political sources tonight: Democratic Congressman Tom Suozzi of New York and Kevin Madden, a former senior advisor to Mitt Romney. Congressman, what do you make of the former First Lady deciding she's not going to attend the inauguration, as people are looking into who was there and who wasn't? And there's been a lot of outrage over this from some people, but I mean, Trump himself did not attend the inauguration famously last year.
Yeah, I mean, she doesn't want to go. I mean, maybe she's enjoying her time that she's spending wherever she is, or maybe she doesn't want to be there. No, I wouldn't read too much into it. I mean, it's the same as you said in your opening. She didn't go to the Carter funeral either, so I mean, she doesn't want to
go. Do you see it as a statement yourself?
No.
The absence?
I don't either. Yeah, I think the congressman's right. I mean, if you talk to Republicans, Democrats, anybody who's had any interactions with Michelle Obama, she does not really love this stuff, the politics. She doesn't love the pomp and circumstance that comes with a lot of the political histories that we have, right?
Well, also,
a lot of the traditions that we have. So,
in addition to that, the guy being sworn in has, questioned
right.
her husband's birth, where he was born.
And you know what? It'd be worse, I think.
But you know what's funny is that I don't know what that's about. I think on one hand, I think those guys are reacting that way. I think it's a few reasons why those white guys are reacting like that. They're reacting that way because I mean, again, you know what? Like, black women had this fantasy about how much white men love them, right? In their minds, what they feel like is that, listen, good. Because I got to realize that, like, people who are not black do not see out the same exact way. You know what I'm saying? And also they're responding, they kind of downplaying the whole thing because in their minds, actually, it is what it is. It's she did that for the purpose of making the inauguration about her, because now people are going to talk about it and it's going to be in the news, and it's not going to overshadow the inauguration, but at the same time, it wasn't meant to be a positive thing, especially given that Barack is going to the inauguration. It's one thing if you are not able to attend because of maybe you're sick or you have a family emergency and whatnot. You're just not going. And it's been announced that you're not going. It's again. I'm gonna go ahead and let this John play a little more.
I think for Michelle Obama, and it probably wouldn't be authentic to herself if she went not wanting to.
So this is the photo op from last I think from the funeral. So you see former President Obama and President Trump, just kicking it. You know what I mean?
Be there, right? Yeah. And then, imagine we know, like, with the cameras all being on her, trying to get all the reactions. If you think about just the roadblock coverage, that every single tiny reaction that came from President Carter's funeral.
Yeah, I mean we're looking at it right here.
Let me just say,
I believe that it is disrespectful. I think that it's disrespectful to her husband first and foremost, and it's disrespectful to the culture because it further feeds into the narrative that Black women are unruly. I hate to break it down. I gave y'all a little bit of more of a deep dive into it on the Millionaire Morning Show, so you can go and check that out. And the timestamps is in that, so you can go and see it. It was from today's show. But you've never seen in history, not one time. And you can throw Trump in there and say, well, Trump didn't attend Biden's inauguration. That's a spat between men. But when it comes to ladies and first ladies and women running and representing their husband, because you got to remember, it's not just you. You're an extension of the person that you married, especially when you're talking about the highest office of the land. And we've never actually seen a woman disrespect their husband, and that they basically operating like an independent agency. Even Bill Clinton's crazy hat hair, pantsuit wearing Hillary Clinton wife never ever went against her husband, never ever disrespected her husband in any way, shape, or form. And he did some of the most egregious things, way worse, in my opinion, as far as what he represents to be the president of the United States of America. And so Michelle Obama is very much her own woman, and it's the reason why our cultural norms are messed up in America and amongst our women, especially Black women, because she basically is a representation of an angry Black woman. We've never seen a woman, especially a president and a former president wife, speak the way that she speaks. And she was the main one that was talking about that when they go low, we go high. What happened to that? Well, okay, I'll tell you what happened to it is because you basically are your own island, you your own entity. You do what you want to do. During the presidential campaign, you told people to go against their husbands. And
that's a fact. So, we're going to go ahead and stop it right there and go ahead and get into it real quick. So, I want to touch on a few of the points, but I want to, the main point of this argument, or the main point of this conversation, is about how Black women see themselves in juxtaposition with the rest of the community. All right. Shout out to Kevin Samuels, rest in peace to Kevin Samuels. But he brought up an interview with Ice Cube when he was on Fox Soul. And it was a document that he drafted up called The Contract for Black America. And he was going to go see Trump to see about getting money, getting his money for Black businesses and stuff like that. And it was The Contract for Black America. And the women said they read through it and they didn't see anything in there for Black women. And Ice Cube is sitting there like confused, like, what do you mean? It's the contract for Black America. It's for Black people. And that conversation exposed how Black women see themselves and what they think and how they see community. All right. And then I think people started kind of realizing, or at least expressing, that Black women see themselves as their own group, that's separate from the men and the children. All right. And it's mostly always going to be about maintaining the power to stalemate and the power to resist and the power of this not cooperating. There's a lot of power in not cooperating. Now, yeah, you may not stop something from happening, but you're slowing it down. And you're making it harder for that thing to happen. All right. That's why they don't want you to resist arrest. It's hard enough to arrest someone. If they resist it, you still get arrested, but it's way tougher. Things just get crazy. But there's power in that, though. You know what I'm saying? You going down fighting. You feel me? But Michelle's gone viral so many times. And again, maybe 15 years ago, maybe these things wouldn't be viral because, again, that's when Black men were still under the myth of Black love. And again, Black love, for the most part, the way that Black folks understand it, is a situation or a relationship where the woman has all of her needs met. She's and the focus is on her happiness and her emotions. The man's happiness and the way the man factors into it is that he's a good man because it makes him happy to make her happy, and that makes him a good man. He does what she wants him to do, and that makes him a good man. Which again, is not the worst thing, but in the scope of Black love, for the most part, Black men's happiness is not a part of that. The only happiness he should have is the satisfaction he gets from making his woman happy, or the satisfaction he gets from being useful to his woman, and that's it. It's never about her also reciprocating that or her thinking highly of that. This nigga done become the president of the United States, and she in an interview talked about how there were times where she didn't want him, or times she didn't want to be with him. You know what I'm saying? And at times she wanted to break up with me. That was no one's business. And also, rest in peace to KS. He made a point about people chose Trump the second time around because they didn't want to see a woman out front. And as a Black man, I didn't understand that. And the first time Trump ran, I didn't understand. I didn't understand that the country wanted a man out front, and a man who was the leader of his household, and where it's clear that everyone there thinks highly of him. You know what I mean? Black men you see they'll be successful, but they'll still have a dynamic with their family as if they're not really taken seriously. When you are out in public, it is so important to maintain a united front. One of the things that women, especially if I'm in a relationship, my woman gotta make me look good. Black men are so much raised to be subservient to their women and think that their purpose is pursuing a woman. Their purpose is serving a woman. Their purpose is making a woman happy. And don't get me wrong, we all love to see the women in our lives happy. You know what I mean? But at the same time, it's up to you how things start and how things end. And just again, no matter what, it always winds up kind of being on you. You know what I'm saying? You always have to maintain guardianship in a relationship. You know what I mean? And from the beginning, that shit was always going on. You know what I'm saying? Because the real talk, it's not really the first. We've never heard from a first lady as much as we've heard from Michelle. I think maybe Hillary rivals that, but Hillary had an actual political career. You know what I mean? So it wasn't like random that she'll be speaking or she'll be speaking up. But he made a really good point. Now, obviously, Hillary is a feminist, right? But look how differently they do feminism. You know what I mean? No matter what Bill did, no matter what was going on with Bill, y'all have no idea what that dynamic is between them. They may be something together in 30 years. You would never know because they're none of your freaking business. And there was a time like Bill was in a sex scandal, and I don't think there's no interviews with Hillary talking about she wanted to get divorced or talking about Tom. They still together. And another thing too is she understands that who am I going to date after being with the president? But you got to realize you can never underestimate how much Black women want to prove to Black men that you're not really. So what? Or you're not valuable, or you're not more valuable than me. So again, real talk. Listen, that nigga became the first Black president, and your ass is in interviews telling people about the rough times in your marriage and when you wanted to leave the first Black president to do what? Man, shit, you better stay put, because again, Barack is a handsome guy. Okay, Barack could pull a woman in her late 30s, bro. He could pull a woman in her 20s. Okay, and she gonna have paper. You feel me, man? She better keep it cute. But real talk though. The only way that Black men are going to win, and we're going to turn this whole thing around, for one, niggas got to stop dating and make women earn things again. If you don't make them listen, for most part, at the end of the day, don't be listening to that date shit or all the shit about what you got to do and all these stupid ass rules you come up with and whatnot, because at the end of the day, it's just a fact. There's always a dude somewhere who's not going to do any of that stuff, and he's going to smash and he's going to do all types of nasty stuff to her without doing any of that stuff. Pardon me. I'm sorry. I'm drinking salsa water. My bad. But the men are going to have to stop moving as if you're afraid to lose your girl. If she want to go, she'll go. Matter of fact, women see that as weakness. If they get a feeling that you're afraid of them breaking up with you, they see that as weakness. And again, it's like all you're doing is prolonging the inevitable. If she want to go, you got to let it go. It's fine. If you listen, as long as you do what you got to do, you'll get another one. You understand? But now, real talk though, if she don't support you, she an op, my boy. Stop getting in relationships with your ops. Black men love to get into a relationship with the op. You know what it is? A part of that shit is like, your mama not protecting you on one way or the other. That's like, she is also one of your ops. Because she's putting you in a situation, you know what I mean? Well,
get up and get out of them relationships. Like that. You hear, bro?
But not giving you the information to protect yourself. To a certain degree, that person is sabotaging you. We have to start taking the self-esteem of our men more seriously, because again, the community cannot be strong if we don't do that. All right, man. It's almost 10:30, man. I'm trying to be disciplined with my time, so I'm gonna go ahead and close out right here, man. Please like, share, and subscribe if you're still watching. All right, man. We love y'all. Peace.